All right, guys, welcome back to Beyond the Barbell. I'm Blair Morrison.
Ben Alderman.
We're going to take you guys through a couple tips and tricks for 16.3. I just ran through 4 rounds of it. Ben
has not
coached me through 4 rounds of it.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, so if it's only a 4-round workout, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah. So Blair did 4 rounds in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Looked really relaxed. He was doing everything unbroken. Couple little things though that I noticed just before the workout even started was your spacing from where the bar was to your bar muscle up station.
Yeah.
It was relatively close, but not too close, which actually made a nice little break for you to be able to recover a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the time to rest on this workout is between movements, not breaking up sets. There's no reason for you to break up a set here unless you're just got your bar muscle ups. But yeah, so I was walking, taking maybe 5-6 seconds between each movement,
Yeah.
and that felt like it was enough time for me to kind of catch my breath and go unbroken again.
And I think that most people watching this would see a workout like this in their gym, and on the power snatches, for sure, or muscle snatches, whatever you decide to do, you wouldn't think about breaking those.
No.
It's only when we get in the open we sometimes overthink this a little bit, maybe overpace a little bit, but on the snatches for sure, I don't see many people breaking those at all.
Yeah, and it's a 7-minute workout, so you really don't have that much time to space out. With the power snatch, a couple things that you guys are going to want to do. You're going to want to try to slow yourself down from a sprint pace. You're going to see, like we saw on the announcement, Palladino was just basically pulling the bar down, going back up, and that's not what you need to do here. You need to be, if you're going at a comfortable pace, you're going to be maybe 2 seconds slower than if you're sprinting, and it's just not worth the extra effort. One thing that I did that I like to do on these with the muscle snatch technique is to try to open your hand before you get to the top. So like the momentum is going to carry the bar up, open the hand so you don't even have to do that wrist extension at the top, and then you catch it up here and then right back down. That saves your grip a ton.
Yeah, and I think that you mentioned it already, and that's the bringing the bar back down. You're working both directions, right? So you're using both muscle groups and most of the muscle group on the way up and the antagonist on the way down. Right. You're wearing yourself out twice as fast, right? And so again, don't make that mistake. That's a rookie mistake. We all know it's light, and your strongest guys know it's light, but nobody's going to do that unless we get towards the end. That's really when you want to maybe try to get those last couple reps in.
Yeah,
but,
and the biggest thing when you're trying to do a sprint with a barbell is you're not going to breathe. And that's going to catch up to you quick. So
this is not a 2-minute workout. This is a 7-minute workout.
Yeah. So remember to breathe. Every rep should be a breath. Every rep should be a breath. If you can skip the knees on the way down, that's going to be more efficient, less work. If you can't handle it, then obviously it's better to stay on balance.
Yeah. Watching Blair do this as well, his eyes were fixed right in front of him, whether that bar was below the knee or it was above his head. His eyes were fixed in one position, and so that is going to be something that's going to help you guys as well. Making sure you're spotting out in front of you, but not below you, and not changing your head position all the time with that. So it's going to be able to keep you, a little more focused, a little bit more rhythmic within that, and you're not going to be wasting a ton of energy.
Yeah. With the bar muscle ups, there's going to be a lot of talk about hand protection. Do you need to have gymnastic straps or tape? My personal opinion, 3 reps isn't going to be enough to really tear you up over the course of 7 minutes. I mean, I think some of the best scores are going to be maybe in the 10, 11, 12 round range. That's still barely 30 plus bar muscle ups, and you're breaking them up every 3 reps. So I don't think you're going to need it. I think it's going to be cumbersome when you're doing your snatches. Obviously to each his own, but I'm not planning on doing anything to my hands. If it rips, it's not going to be towards the end, and like I said, it's only 7 minutes. Yeah. I really don't see that being a major problem.
Yeah, and I think for some of you guys out there, if you're kipping really, really hard and these are brand new for you, the extra hand protection, if you're not used to it already, it might slow you down, just like it does in the snatch. It might slow you down on the bar as well. Yeah,
any hand protection it's obviously great because it keeps you from ripping, but it's going to be less grippy. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel less secure on the bar. So for a workout like this, I don't really think that should be your top priority. Mm-hmm. Making sure you get those reps is the top priority.
Another way to save your grip, you guys, and you didn't see this, or you will see this actually on the video, we're going to cut in right here, but the bar that Blair used was a women's bar. And so with a women's bar, the smaller diameter is going to keep your hands fresher, longer. It's not as hard to hold, right? And everybody knows that. So that's going to help you as well. So we're looking for all kinds of ways to save your grip, but we at the same time don't want you using, some sort of gymnastics grips or, over taping your hands or something like that.
Yeah. Last thing, a lot of people are asking us, is this the type of workout you can redo? I would say yes, this is the type of workout you can redo. The volume isn't going to be crazy high. The biggest point of soreness is probably going to be your hamstrings and low back from all the snatches. So if you are going into this thinking, hey, I'm probably going to do this again, don't be turtle back, really rounding over, because that's going to take you a long time to recover from. Be efficient. Like I said, it doesn't need to be the fastest snatch ever. It needs to be the smoothest snatch ever.
Yeah, and if you are planning to redo this again, also remember, like, you're going to know about 2.5 minutes in whether or not your game plan is off or it's on, right? So you don't necessarily need to go through all 7 minutes
Right.
if you already plan on doing this again, right? Like, if I came out too hot doing 30 seconds around and 2 minutes in, I can't breathe. Like, I know I can last longer than 2 minutes in a CrossFit workout. I've already done 2 20-minute workouts up until this point. Right? So that lets me know that I just need to back off a little bit, come back later, maybe even come back the next day and hit it with a little bit different strategy. So don't just finish it for the sake of finishing it unless you have like a time constraint that doesn't allow you to come back to the gym. But absolutely, there's no shame in going like, oh, that was a little too aggressive, right? And learning how to dial it back.
Yeah.
So.
Chances are this is going to be the shortest workout of the Open. And like Dave said on the announcement show, it's a chance to test your motor. Like, can you stay high rev for extended period of time? I expect to be at somewhere close to max heart rate about halfway into this, and then you're just going to hang on. So it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a lot of muscle fatigue. Expect that and know that you're going to have to just grit through it.
Yeah, and that's basically it, you guys. Just grit through it, bite down, and just keep going.